Hey everybody. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm gonna turn this off because actually I really don't have a moderator right now, and that's okay. I can go ahead. Let me try to get my comments back in here. I don't even know why they're not there. Comments are supposed to be there so that I can see them. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what the comments are. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Because if I can't do that, then, oh, here we go. This might be it. Oh, okay. So now, all right, why is my head? Okay, it's doing something weird. Hold up. Do I do a PNP, PIP? Okay, I can see all of y'all in here, and I can see comments are coming in, but I'm trying to see how you will. Let me see. What does that do? Oh, that just shows just me. Okay, that's not good. And if I put the comments in, how do I make my head small? Y'all, it's tough whenever you are what is this? What is that back there? Oh, no. Okay, I see what's going on. It's tough whenever you're like running a YouTube channel or something and you want to do all these live things and you're trying to use all of these other like apps and programs and stuff that are supposed to make it like really cool and everything, but you have no clue what you're doing. Yeah, it can be difficult. Okay, so I know. All right, was that take? Nope. Okay, that's not going to make any difference. I'm trying to make my head smaller so that I can put my comments on the side so I can talk to y'all since I'm by myself. And then I had like this hard time getting sound to work for some reason. It kept saying that it wasn't going to allow me to it wasn't going to allow me. What am I doing? Nope, that's not what I want. Okay, it wasn't going to allow me to record, like go live, because there was something wrong with my sound. And I was like, oh my goodness, what's wrong with my sound? Like I haven't done anything to anything since the last time we recorded. Okay, I have no idea how to make this work without covering up my whole head. Let me see what if I do this? Nope, that's not gonna work. Well, okay, hold on. I'll turn on the comments and then where'd they go? Y'all, this is difficult. And then I gotta come sit over this way? Hi. Y'all, this is hilarious. If anybody like really watches these and goes, okay, so we know who the people are who have no clue what they're doing. Okay, what do I do? If I do that, okay. Y'all. Okay, listen, here's how my Wednesdays always work out, okay? Here's how Wednesdays run for me. At work, I have to do a payroll every Wednesday. Okay, so that's the first thing I do when I get to work. This is on a normal day. Now, this week, I have no idea why the camera keeps focusing in and out like that. I'm not doing anything. This week, we have inventory. So that means that I have to be at the office by 6:30 a.m. And then I work until 5 or 5:30. And then I haul my little butt home. And then I have to take care of the kids, which means feed them, snack them, you know, whatever. I flake them. That's what we call it. We call it, did you flake the cats? Yeah, I flake the cats. Okay. We flake the cats like, I don't know, 10 times at night. So, oh, I see that Shirley says, you're so very clear and sound is great. What program do you use? I just bought a new, and maybe this is what it is. I don't know. Cause it's a new, webcam. It's a Logitech. And, so maybe that's what happened. Cause I ended up having to change my microphone to to the Logitech because it wouldn't work coming through my, which is probably good. And the reason why you get, you know, a webcam is because the MacBook Pro is amazeballs, like best computer I've ever had in my life. Terrible camera. Okay. So, and there's issues with, for some reason, like right now I'm using Ecamm Live. That's the program that I'm using. Whenever when I want to stream, like if I had to stream like me and Stephanie and let her stream on her own channel or whatever, then I use Restream. Problem with Restream is it doesn't allow me to use this lovely Logitech. Now I'm sure there's a way. I mean, and I've gone on and, you know, tried to figure it out, and y'all, it's just, it should be plug and play. I'm sorry, but it should be plug and play. I should be able to turn on Restream and say, I want to use my Logitech, and bam, that sucker comes in. It doesn't. So, so anyway, that's what I'm using right now, Shirley. And I got off topic. So I had to work today from 6:30 to 5:30. And then I had to stop and pick up a prescription on the way home. No big deal. And then I got home, fed all the kitties, even little sweetie outside, fed her too. She's been here two meals every day. And sleeping in the little house. So she comes and she sleeps in the little house until somebody gets home and feeds her. And then, and so my plan was I was going to get home and I was going to make at least one video tonight before the live. And, oh, I know. The guy who sews. You told us your name. Was it Sean? I don't remember. I'm terrible at names, y'all. I'm so terrible at names. I have to see y'all like a million times and ask you a million times what your name is. Okay. Nita, it is Sean. Oh my gosh, y'all. Somebody needs to go. I need to go buy a lottery ticket or something. Nita, I got all kinds of stupid stuff going on over here. I don't know what's going on. I'll try to send over the thing. Do I send it to you? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Do I email it to you or do I text it to you? Okay, so anyway, what happened was I got home and I got everybody fed, and then and then either way, okay, I'm gonna send it in a text because that'll come right up over here. I just gotta find your name. Just give me a sec. I get way too much spam in my texts. There it is. So then what'll happen is, oh, so I got home and I did all that stuff, and then I was like, oh, I gotta go send the text to everybody. So I went and I sat down. Y'all hear that? I sat down on the lovely sofa. I got my text sent out, or, you know, set up to send out at 8 o'clock, and then promptly fell asleep, because that's what I do. Okay, hold up. We got Nita coming in. Let's see. I got to figure out how to put her in. Add her.
Okay, she's gonna put me on here in a video. I hope not.
No, but look, you're covered up by the comments, because I don't know what in the heck I did to change all of this, but now you're covered up by comments. So don't worry, nobody can see you. And now I can maybe not be sitting with like, oh jeez, for goodness sakes. Girl, my sound didn't work. The stupid video wouldn't start. It was crazy. I was just like, forget it.
It'll be fine.
So anyways, I fell asleep. That's the thing. This is exactly why Yvette does not eat before I do any videos or anything. Oh, everybody says they see you. Look, just put just put it like that. Nobody needs to, they can just look at the thing. I guess we're the only ones who see the comments. I thought everybody saw the comments, but I guess not. Okay. So they're just gonna look at your ceiling fan. Y'all go ahead and just look at her ceiling fan. It's okay. She's shy right now. She's been working all day and she thinks she looks horrible. It's a girl thing. Don't worry. Just look at her ceiling fan. Be fine. So that's what happened. And I did not make a video. Y'all, I have been planning on making a video for, like, she's doing her hair. That's funny that you're doing your hair, hun. Everybody saw that part.
Yeah, I had to brush my hair. Okay, I just needed to brush my hair.
You're fine.
You don't understand. I've been at work all day and I have slip in my hair, so I had to get the slip out of my hair.
Dude, I get it. It's cool. We could look at your ceiling fan. No problem. Okay. Eventually we're gonna be, you know, sewing here, I guess. I did find my stuff. So there have been oh, so some people see comments and some people see you. Yeah, I don't know. It don't matter.
You know what? Hey.
Nancy said you're beautiful, so you're good. Nancy knows. So
she is.
And Sean says that's why guys wear hats and beanies. So I'll send you a piecing it real beanie hat or something.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you so much.
Oh, Nancy says she sees me and comment. Okay, so everybody's seeing something different. Some people see all of us. Somebody see it really doesn't matter.
Robbie Harrell says she sees both.
Awesome.
We're good. So, yep. You know, life goes on. We all get a little bit crazy.
That's okay. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. That's so sweet of you, because I know you've had a really long day too. I saw your message, and
yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I got home and I was gonna make a video. I was telling everybody I was gonna make a video because I have plenty of things that I need to do. Like, I need to continue with the the AccuQuilt thing is actually, I'm gonna start it. I know it seems crazy that I haven't done it yet, but honestly, I've been tired, and I hate saying stuff like this, but it's true. You know, I mean, it's just the human thing. I've been so tired, and for some reason, it's like once I finally got started on the cleanup in here, I just couldn't stop, right? Like, so a lot of people have told me, oh, go over and look at Karen Brown on Just Get It Done Quilts, and she's doing a great job. Listen, Karen does not need me stepping on her toes talking about cleaning my room, and so I'm not doing that. But the cleanup, I did watch a few of her videos, and my cleanup was vastly different to hers, because quite frankly, her starting point is where I would love to end. So, like I had so much stuff. You guys, honestly, 40 medium-sized flat rate boxes, chock-a-block with fabric and notions have come out of this room. Now, I
Good
could
grief.
probably, I know, I could probably make another one or two where I'm at now because I'm not quite done. I have a little bit of stuff over on that big, like, section that you saw right when you came in the room whenever I did the first video. And I do have some organization to do on my cutting mat and over on my ironing table. And some fabric that is mine that I need to refold to put up here somewhere. And I've done some, I've made like some changes. So like I took all of my AccuQuilt stuff and I put it on my shelves instead of being in this little corner way in the back that you had to like, so things moved around. And so now it's like, even though all that fabric left, I had fabric on that section, which honestly, I'm not even done. So I could have more. I know that this area over here was where I was putting works in progress as well. So I'm trying to figure out storage for those so that they're not really stored so that I see them and work on them when I can. Like, in other words, I've got like two projects. One is I have at least two projects that all they need to do is be bound. And binding is my favorite thing. And the thing is, out of sight, out of mind. I didn't see them, so it was like they weren't there. I had a whole quilt that I found that I finished, like, I don't know, 4 years ago or something. Found it in a box and was like, oh, so I sent it straight to Stephanie for her to quilt it for me, so that I can get that finished and out of a box. And then I have project bags over on this side that I have put projects in, and I'm like putting things that have to be put away, I'm putting away. So it's so different, and because of like the just sheer chaos of the whole thing, I didn't film it. I just, because I kept thinking there are a lot of things that I might do that everyone wouldn't agree with. Like, I know everybody wants my scraps. Y'all, listen, I am so overwhelmed by scraps that I can't always deal with it in that moment. I can have like quite significant anxiety with a lot of things, and sometimes with a cleanup or with just dealing with all of the fabric, it can be too much for me, is just the thing. So it's like there were so many things that I couldn't film it because it just like I have, remember whenever I started the North quilt, like I went and I took that class with Juicy Juice, y'all. I got this big
Yes.
thing. I know. I got this big folder full of all of the templates that I'm supposed to be doing. I've got all the fabric up on. I finally just put it on the other. Y'all, I got the fireplace on and I'm about to burst into flames. So hold up a second.
Okay, so while you're turning that down, I'll tell you that everybody says the shelves look great. They actually look really, really nice. And Barbara was saying, Barbara Mattiacci.
Yep.
I hope that's how you.
I think so.
She said if we all looked perfect, if we looked perfect all the time, she'd want to put a bag on her head. And I'm like, no, we're none of us. We can't all look like we have a TikTok filter all the time.
That's right.
I'm like, sorry.
I mean, I should have put more makeup on before I came on here, but I never get around to doing that because I always end up falling asleep. I should probably like move up my Wednesday from 8:30 to 7:30 or something. I'm not going to do that though, because 8:30 is so set right now. But that's what ends up happening is I fall asleep whenever I'm like making the
The,
tech stuff. Yeah.
well, hey, we work hard, especially when you have a job and you got to do this,
Yeah.
do that, make this video, get this done. But you were saying how you and then you just couldn't stop. It's amazing how when you start going through everything, you start thinking, okay, well, I'll just do a little bit, and then 5 hours later, you're going, wait, I think I need to go fix dinner or
Yeah, my
something
my
because you get.
entire weekends have been cleaning up. I mean, and thankfully I don't have to cook for anybody. So yeah, I mean, I was going straight through to like, I would get hungry at about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and I'd go, okay, I'm just gonna go and, get something to eat
That's
real
what you
quick. Yeah.
That's when you go in the kitchen and you get that chicken, that grilled chicken that you cut up and put in there so you could throw it on a sandwich or you could throw it in a bowl or whatever, and that's what you eat because you just
I
need
eat a lot
something
of
quick you can grab with your face.
I eat lots of top ramen. um, but yes, exactly. And so like I will just go all day and I listen to Audible because I that's how I have to read books now. I've always been a hugely avid reader, but I don't, and while I love like actual books, if I had to actually read a book, I would never read a book because I don't have time to do it. So I listen to books all day. I mean, while I'm at work, like my day job, I listen to books all day at work. I come home and I listen either to books or podcasts while I'm, you know, if I get to sew, or if I'm cutting fabric for orders, or if I'm, the cleanup and everything. I just have books going. And so I really don't notice the time because I'm just listening to a book. I'm like engrossed in like whatever's happening in the book. So I lose track that way too. Oh, look, Sherry's here.
Here he came in. Del
Hey,
Marie
Sarah.
says that you are beautiful inside and out, Yvette.
Oh, you're so
And
sweet.
Sean says naps are golden. Take as many as you need. Absolutely. I used to hate naps when I was a kid. The older I get, the more I like them.
Listen, I love. It's just they end up, I end up not doing the things that I need to be doing is the problem. I love naps. Please, I could sleep 12 hours a day. That's I love whenever I wake up and I feel refreshed. That's the great part. It's the, oh, poop, I have to be live in 15 minutes. Ooh, my sound doesn't work. What happened? Or where's my camera?
This is why when you're a one woman show, it's a little more difficult because there's
Yeah,
so much tech stuff you have to deal with, and people don't understand that there's so much of it for YouTube. There's just
yeah.
a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there can be. I mean, you can do it the very simple way and it's very simple and there's no worries. But it's like as you start doing more, you realize that, it could be better. And it's great until it doesn't work and you're not a tech person and so you have no idea why that happened. What happened? What do I do? What did I press? I don't know what I did.
Like, what button did I push to make this happen?
I, yeah.
And Laurie came in. She says, hello, everyone. Yvette, she received her order. Thank you for having the perfect fabrics.
Oh, I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. Seriously, because I mean, I have all that fabric and I do use it. I know people say that, oh, it looks like you don't ever use it. It's because of the way I use it. I stack everything up and then I go and I pick and choose what I want to use. So you're never going to notice that I used something because, and then as I get boxes and stuff like that, spaces get filled in. And because I like, that's the fabric I like. So it all kind of looks the same. um, but I was trying to, did I get this done right? Like right behind me, I have like, where is this? Oh, see all of this, that's all my Allison glass. And I tried to put like all my colorful stuff like right here. And I started realizing like how many like magazines and stuff that I have for, you know, getting ideas and trying to incorporate them or whatever. Um, anyway, what I want to say real quick, because I keep seeing Shirley's name. And so, Shirley Heineman, I just want to say that I've had a lot of people telling me about your videos and how great they are. So I want to thank you for doing that on your new channel. I don't think probably nearly enough people are watching you. So if you guys have purchased the Halloween project box that I had last year, you can go and watch Shirley making the table runner. It's a runner, right? Y'all, I get so lost. It can be a door hanging. I mean, there's so many things you can do with it. But she's over there working on it, and I've heard great things. So go check her out. I think her channel is called Around to It. Like I'm getting around to it, just like that. Around to It. That's that's the name of it. And so anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out. And I see Netta came in. Hey, Netta.
Yeah.
And I know I missed saying hey to a bunch of people. So hey to all my friends. That's all of y'all. I know I missed a whole bunch of y'all in the beginning because I was having technical difficulties. But we good.
Shirley says she watches YouTube. Shirley Heineman, she says, I watch YouTube on laptop while watching TV while checking out Facebook on my phone. Is that considered multitasking? I would think so.
Probably.
If you can do
All that.
that many things at one time, that's a lot.
Yes, Nancy Guess is asking Shirley to put her link up. Shirley, can you do that? Can you put your link up so everybody can see it?
I'll see if I can pull it myself.
And Nita's going to see if she can put it up there for you. So we'll have everybody putting it up. And y'all, I have to say, Nita does an amazeballs job when she comes on here and helps me to moderate, because I know in the beginning it was very difficult for all of us, and she was like, I don't know how to put the links up, and now look at, within like seconds she can have like a link up. She's like amazeballs. She's like learned it all and doing a great job.
I have to find them. The trick is finding the people you want. It doesn't always, YouTube doesn't always give you, are there spaces in around to it? Are there no spaces?
I don't think there are any spaces. I think it all goes together, the way that I've seen it.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
So Lori is saying, could you explain?
Okay. Awesome.
You found her?
Yeah.
Okay. So Lori Mullen says, could you explain how your online classes work? Does it require being able to go live at the specific times you go, or can they be watched anytime? Okay. So Lori, when you go inside, there's a spot that says start here. So click on that. And then it's the first thing you're going to do is they're going to be like a couple of little quizzes just for fun to kind of see where you are as a quilter and, you know, what you want to learn and stuff like that. And then as you progress, the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to start right from the beginning, like you've never seen foundation paper piecing before. And I will have a pattern for you to print out with a template, and I have a video, and it is a stock video, which means it's just sitting there waiting for you to watch it. So you do not have to do it at any specific time. It's on your own timetable, and you just go through those videos, and each new video series will be on taking it a little bit more difficult, like by like adding a piece, and then the next one will add another piece, and the next one will add another piece, and it'll go like that until you're getting a good rhythm of how foundation paper piecing works. And when you get done with those videos, you're going to definitely be ready for the intermediate. And so then I have where I've started doing videos. Now there got to be a certain point where the shop and everything else was like crazy and the videos sort of stopped. That's going to be picking up again. I'm working on taking the shop a lot smaller. Like I'm reducing everything in the shop. And as soon as I can possibly can, I am going to be concentrating more on writing more patterns, doing more videos. Someone had the suggestion that we start sewing during our every other Monday night lives. So every other Monday night, we always get together, and normally we would just like sit and chit chat and laugh and about pee ourselves because we're like, you know, we always had a great time. Don't get me wrong. We always had a great time, and we can continue to do that. But we sort of got away from FPP on Monday nights, and so now I've started something based on recommendation from members that we're going to start sewing again. So I am going to have one block pattern per month, and we are going to be sewing it live. So the first one we're going to start this coming Monday, and the pattern's already written. And I'm right now I'm sort of working on all the blocks, and then I'm going to put them together in a quilt, so that at the end of all this, you put it all together and you'll have a lovely quilt. I'm giving two different sizes. Thank you, Nita. I'm giving two different sizes, so you can do 6-inch or 12-inch, or you can do both if you cray, right? Just like go for it, do them both. And the 6-inch, y'all, it's gonna be like tiny piecing. I'm excited about it. I really think that I might do the 6-inch because I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them, and like some of the squares are like ending at 2.5 inches. I can't wait for y'all to start. Y'all are gonna be going crazy. Who wants to make something so small? It's going to be amazeballs, y'all. It's going to look so flippin' cute. You got to try it. Okay, it's going to barely take any fabric. Right? Right? So like for me, I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to do both. Like I'm going to do the 6 and I'm going to do the 12, right? Because now that I've started writing them, and I'm keeping it simple, guys. So you're going to come on Monday, and we're going to be sewing, but we can still talk and like about pee ourselves and all of that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, cool. So Netta says she's going to do them both and then mix them in the quilt. So listen, when I give everyone the arrangement for the quilt, it's your quilt. So absolutely, if you want to do some other layout, go for it. Have a great time with it. But for the people who are a little scared of that, I will have an arrangement. Okay, so we'll have something there that you can put it together. It's going to look great. But I'm so happy that we're doing this because I'm excited about it now. I've already got 2 completely designed blocks, and yeah, we have a troll. Yeah, I don't think he did anything. He just had some funky letters or something, but
it's a bot, guys. It's a bot.
Yeah. Are the beginning classes needed prior to doing these classes? Lori, here's my suggestion. Okay, so of course, as you progress through the classes, you'll get better. But there's no reason why you can't sit with us on the Monday nights and just mess around with it. So just, you know, I will be sewing. I will be answering any questions you have. I will be showing you exactly what I'm doing. So I do encourage you to go through the classes. I truly do. I think if you go through the classes in the order that they're in, by the time you're done, you are totally ready for intermediate. Okay. That being said, I'm not going to just sit there and not talk to y'all the whole time that we're sewing. If you have questions, I'm going to be there and I'll show you everything, anything that we're working on that maybe you need a tip on, or I have something. I always give up all my tips. So I say come and sit with us. If you have questions, ask questions, and I'll show you what I'm doing. But still go through the classes. I would just go through them at your own pace. But there's absolutely no reason why you can't come and participate in those in the Zooms, because they're fun anyway.
So
um,
Nancy Guest was asking how you sign up. I just popped up a link there so you guys can
eh,
go to that link and sign up if you want.
Perfect. Yes, Nita just popped that in there. It's $20 a month, and currently what we're doing, because I kind of try to change it up a little bit, and I'm trying to like get back to a lot of the things that I wanted to do before the shop like took over my entire life. Uh, so you're gonna get all sorts of, like, I'm always writing new patterns for blocks. I will put patterns out there for just bonus blocks, quilts. I'm gonna be getting back to doing more just videos on the blocks and things that I'm putting out, so that you can continue to like watch me put them together. um, I love to teach, and I hear that everybody thinks that I'm a good teacher. So I always like to pass that on. I don't start with cutting a piece of fabric and show you a piece of paper, and then the next thing you see is I'm all done. I go step by step. Now, if you want to fast forward through some of that stuff, that's your choice, but I go step by step. I don't take you from A to Z without showing you all of the letters in between. So it might be a long video, but you're going to get every single step.
Holly Lauren asked, how much are the classes? So
It's
do you have,
$20 a month, right? It's $20 a month. Go at your own pace. You can go really fast, learn it all, and quit if you want. I don't think that would be a whole lot of fun, because we've got a great community and we all love sewing, and there's always new patterns, and we're doing like what do we call it, like sister swaps or something. I don't know. Anyway, we do have some swaps.
the last swap was the hyperbole swap, and Yvette was trying to prove to us that we could all do tiny piecing. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yes,
And we had gorgeous blocks came out of that. It was
it was
gorgeous.
so much fun. And so we do have some swaps that are optional. You can participate if you want, or you don't have to. Basically, you just get paired up with another person in the membership, and you get to know each other. We all, it's a really great community. So we have
And we know
that.
that Linda likes cats, and we know that Netta
We know
likes Mickey
everybody's
Mouse.
pets and everything. Oh my gosh, yes, yes. You'll get to know everyone. It's a really wonderful group of, right now it's just ladies, but everyone, please, come on in. I think we had
It is a
one guy once.
community. We have a really, really supportive and wonderful community. I really like this community that Yvette has built.
I do too. I love you guys so much. Like, seriously, everyone feels like they're my family as well. So it really is wonderful, and I am always open. Seriously, like if you have suggestions, if you have, oh, I would really love to do this, or can we put this in? I'm always open. I'm like, hey, yeah, let's do it. I'm all for ideas, because, you know, it's it, it can be difficult sometimes coming up with all these ideas when I have so much going on. But like the idea of having this block of the month and then coming together with like a quilt, that was a member suggestion. And so I am so grateful to everybody who will share their ideas, because we are all in this membership together. It's like so anything that someone wants to suggest, it's great. So that's what we're doing now.
So
I have like, go ahead.
Laurie Mullen said she just signed up, that she was
Yay!
signing up. Barbara Mathiachi, she says she wanted to know where to sign up. I put the link back up again.
Yay!
And Barbara Baker says that I got to tell you, this is just a testament to Yvette's good teaching. She said she was trying to do a curved log cabin block last weekend and had to draw a stitch line so she could get her center the correct size. She never would have thought about doing that, but she saw you do it.
There you go. There you go. That's, I mean, and I'm going to share all that stuff with you guys because for me, there's no reason to keep everybody in the dark and to make everybody scared of foundation paper piecing. Foundation paper piecing, if you are a perfectionist like I am, you are going to fall in love. Yes, there is a learning curve. There's you know, you have to say, yes, I want to do this, and I'm gonna keep trying. Because listen, I'll tell you guys, I had to teach myself, and it took me about a year and a half to really get what, but you know, I was having to teach myself. So every single little thing that I picked up along the way, I share with you guys. And it makes it so much easier. It's all in one spot. You don't got to go watching a whole bunch of videos all over the place. I have it all in one place, and you are going to know how to foundation paper piece. And then
And she does a great
enjoyable.
job. Lori Mullins wants to know, what about a supply list for beginners?
Okay, so if you go to TheYvetteRene.com, that's my online shop. I keep it stocked up with the things that you can use for FPP. So, not every single thing is required, but a lot of the items make it easier, right? So if you have a budget, you can always use different things until you can, you know, afford to get everything as you go along. The number one thing I think is probably the add a quarter ruler. And I suggest getting the add a quarter plus because you have obviously the quarter lip on one side, which is going to help you to do your trimming, which comes on all of them. But on the plus, on the other side, it tapers down so that it gives you like a straight edge to kind of pull your paper up on. And so that can be very helpful. However, you do not need an add a quarter ruler. You can just use a regular ruler with a 1/4 inch measurement on it, and that would be just fine.
I just put the link for your shop up there on the chat, so if anybody wants to go over there and check out what you might need.
Perfect.
Nancy Gus did say she retracted her message. She had said something about really excited. Oh nope, it's up there. She says she's excited about you doing a bomb.
Oh,
Me
yes.
too.
Yeah,
Me
I'm
too.
excited too. I think it's going to be fun. And you know, it's interesting because I actually have another block of the month that I've already, like, I wrote the pattern.
Aw.
Gosh, it's been over a year now, and I've been having some people test the pattern for me. But also, you know, the really interesting thing is, you guys, I'm still learning too. Like, I had to sort of teach myself how to write these patterns, and I have no idea why that camera keeps doing that. It's driving me crazy. But so like as we go along, I was telling Nita the other day, I was like, well, now I got to go back and I got to rewrite those patterns at the beginning because they're not as good as the ones I'm doing now. So now I need to go back and like rewrite it. And she's just like, oh, I'm like, well, you do, you have to. So I don't know when that one's going to come out, but honestly, I love that one too. I think that was, oh my goodness. And that was the first one. I'm excited to get it out, and I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure that it's right before I put it out. So that one's going to be like more detailed and stuff like that. It's not going to be as simple as this one is going to be, because this one's going to be simple, guys. It's going to be something that we can sit and we can sew it within a couple of our Zoom classes. We should be done, or Zoom meetings. We should be done with them. You can put them aside for, you know, whatever. And then we'll just get them done. So one a month. We're just going to do one a month. It's going to be pretty simple. And
I should tell you, Shirley Heineman has said something that I think a lot of us might agree with. She says that the Zoom meetings on Piecing It Real have really gotten her through the last 2 crazy years. A great community. Absolutely agree with you on that, Shirley. Absolutely agree.
yes,
The Zoom meeting has definitely been, it's like the highlight of your week. You know, that Monday you're having a Zoom meeting. It's like, yay, we're gonna get together with the girls and the guys and everybody's gonna get together and have a good time. It's
absolutely.
great.
Absolutely. And, you know, I know that I just want to put this out there. I know that if you join and you come to one of the Zoom meetings for the first time, anytime you come into a community like that, we are very welcoming. We want everyone to come. We don't, if you're new, you won't be new for long. We will get to know you. We're gonna know everything about you. You're gonna know about us, but just don't be scared off, because I know what it's like. Because I've moved to different parts of the world, and I know what it's like when you get to a new spot and it seems like everybody else knows each other and all of this kind of stuff. But listen, we are going to pull you in and you're going to be one of us. Like within a couple of meetings, we're going to know who you are. We're going to know your pets. We're going to know, if you live by yourself or if you've got somebody in there. So as long as you just communicate with us, we're going to be communicating right back with you. Dawn, yes, the sale is still going on right now. It's 35% off. And like I
And
said,
Darlene, thank you for her birthday gift and card. It was very appreciated.
oh, I'm so happy you liked it, Darlene. I'm so happy you liked it. Yes, my little sister, bless her heart, she sends out all the birthday cards for me, and she does such a wonderful job. And so every time I hear that, I always pass on to her that everyone appreciates that she's sending that out. I mean, I'm one person. I couldn't possibly do all of this. And I have so many lovely people who help me with everything. So I will definitely pass that on to her. She's such a sweetheart. um, Nancy Gus says she got a 28 millimeter rotary cutter and a supply of foundation paper. And she
Laurie
order. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Laurie Parascandolo, she says, the Zoom meetings are an amazing connection to like-minded people. The support is great because I don't have that around her. And that's what makes it so wonderful, because we no longer have, with the internet and the advent of the internet and the Zoom meetings and stuff, we don't have those boundaries, those state boundaries, those country boundaries. We're not talking about staying in one place. We have people like Shirley Heineman, she's in Canada,
Yep.
and we have people that have come from Australia and New Zealand and Tobago.
Yeah.
Tobago. Which way do you say that? I'm not sure.
Tobago, like bagel to bagel, because I think that Tessa and I had that conversation. Hi, Robin.
Yeah. I know she
Hi,
told us a
Judy.
couple of times, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's because that's why I always try to get someone to say something that's going to stick in my head, and I'm pretty sure she said a bagel, and so I say Trinidad and Tobago.
Tobago. Gotcha. Tobago.
Yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago. But I mean, that's what makes the Zoom meetings and the piecing it real so wonderful, because it's a community of like-minded people. We get together. We don't have to be in the same room. Nobody has to wear a mask. You can sit there in your pajamas and nobody cares. You can enjoy having some time to sew and talk with people who do the same things that you do and like the same sorts of things you like. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, I'm usually in my pajamas. Usually.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to come home and change my clothes today because I was covered in slip from head to toe. I actually went to the grocery store. I had slip in my hair. I had slip in my mask. I had slip in my eyelashes. I had slip all over my clothes. I mean, I looked pretty rough when I walked in. It was like, okay.
Yes.
The grocery store looking at you like, ew, she's
Where?
dirty.
Yeah, so Nancy Gus was talking about all the things that she's using in FPP. She uses the foundation paper, which I do sell that as well. Foundation paper is great. It tears really easily, but you don't need that either. If you have regular copy paper, you can use regular copy paper. The other things that I think you should try to get is thread that is either 80 weight or 60 weight. And your sewing needle should be a 70-10. And An open toe foot would be great because you're doing a lot of looking right at a line. You're just sewing on a line. I mean, honestly, you're not doing anything crazy. You're just sewing on a line.
I was
So
going to
the
make
better
a
you
confession.
see that line, you know, yes, that's
The
all in
better
my
you can
shop. So I have the
I've,
paper, I have the rulers, I do have
I've
the
got the paper.
needles, the thread.
I've bought the paper. I have foundation paper. But every time I go to print a pattern, do I think about the foundation paper? No. I
Same.
go to the printer and print on copy paper. I do it on copy paper.
Same. I end up using copy paper so often, and it's not that I don't like the foundation paper. It's that I just send it to the printer and I don't even think about it. And really, if you're going to use copy
Exactly.
paper, then all you have to do is shorten your stitch length a little more. That's it. It's very easy and forgiving, and I have all those tips for you. So yeah, those are the kind of things. And you
Yeah.
know what? That's a great idea. I should put a list of the things that are like great to have in the beginner section. So thanks for saying that. I will work on that so that everyone will have a beginner list when they come in. Yeah, I mean, Lori, honestly, sometimes, and I know how crazy this sounds, but I am such a person who loves color that I a lot of times I will just pull some crazy color thread and sew with it just because I'm tired of white, or I'm tired of dove, or I'm tired of, whatever. And so yes, all you really need is white or black. If you're going to be sewing on black, it's a good idea not to use a white thread because you will see that. But listen, if you want to sew with something crazy, sew with something crazy, girl. Just that's what I do, just for fun, just because it's the same price as white. So why not go crazy and have fun with it? That's what I do. But you only need plain white or black. You really don't need anything else. But I do
You don't
suggest 80 weight or 60 weight.
you don't need a lot of expensive equipment to do foundation paper piecing, and Yvette shows us that all the time,
Yeah.
and she makes it so easy. The other thing she does too that I really like, and I think a couple of people a little further up in the chat had mentioned how much they enjoy your project boxes. When you go to Shirley's YouTube channel, around to it, you will see her putting together a couple of Yvette's project boxes.
Yep.
Absolutely love Yvette's project boxes. She gives you everything you need to put them together, and they are fabulous. So if you get a chance to get one, I'd say jump on it. They are wonderful.
Patty says she doesn't know if she can handle me on a Zoom. I totally get that, girly. I wonder all the time about if I'm too much for people. But everybody tones me down. We good.
Hey,
And if I
we've
start
had some pretty
sewing,
interesting conversations. We've had some pretty interesting conversations on the
oh
Zoom
my
chats.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Now listen, if you join up and you just want a taste of those Zooms, I take all of them, I record them, and I post them in the membership. So you can go and watch us just have the craziest conversations. We usually go from 7 to 9. Sometimes we run to 10. I mean, I try to stop at 9 because I don't eat and I have tons of stuff to do, but sometimes we're having so much fun that honestly we don't even realize what time it is. Um so yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Sometimes we say we're going to get off, and then we're on there for another 10-20 minutes, and then we say we're going to get off, and then we're there for another 10 minutes, and
It's
then
the
it's
Louisiana
like
goodbye. That's what I call it. I call it the Louisiana goodbye. Where it's like you say, "Oh, I gotta go," and you kind of like you walk outside, you got your purse, right? And then you all start talking, and everybody's talking. Everybody's laughing. Okay, well, I really gotta
and
go.
then
Like make your way to
then
the
you get to the
car.
driveway, get in the car. Yeah, you gotta lean on the car for a little while. And then you get in the car and you lean in the window and talk to the people
They're
inside
like,
the car.
yeah, and then the kids are still running around, so now you gotta go and find them in the neighborhood. Kids, we're leaving. No, we're not. Yes, we're really leaving this time.
Yep.
So yeah, um, Susan, we do the Zooms on Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Every other Monday. So like this coming Monday is a Zoom. And then it's a couple weeks after. So every other week we do a Zoom. That yeah. I say Louisiana because I'm from Louisiana, but you're right. It's the Southern goodbye. That's good.
Look, they do it all across the South. Everybody in the South does the same thing. It takes us forever to say goodbye.
Yeah. After 10 goodbyes, you leave. Yep.
Conservative number. 10's a conservative number, Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah. It could take a lot longer than that.
Especially if it's family.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or your good friends.
Yep.
I mean, at least this way we can have a party and we don't get the cops called on us.
Right. That's true. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys watched Stephanie was sewing up the little coin purses. Was this just this past Saturday? My goodness, it
Yep.
feels like it was years ago. So that day or that night, whatever it is you want to call it, my Oliso mini iron like just went right. It's like I turned it on and she and I were like, we're at the beginning of the show, called the show. We're right at the beginning and she's talking and I'm like, hold up, because I look over and it was like my iron was going psst, there was like steam pouring out the front. I was like, something's going on, my house is gonna burn down. And she was just like, yeah, no, and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but look at my iron. So I just got a new one. This time I got a Rowenta because I wanted to try it. So it's a little baby Rowenta. And
I have a bigger Rowenta, but I like it. But
yeah,
I don't know.
I have a Rowenta, a big Rowenta too.
I like my Rowenta. I'm just not sure that it gets hot enough for me.
Yeah. My big one does. This one I don't know, I haven't used it yet. But this one, my big one is like 1760 watts or something, and this one is 1,000. So we'll see how it goes. Nancy, yes, a 7010 needle is smaller than a 9014. And that's why you want to use that, because the 80 weight thread is thinner than the 40 weight. So the thinner the thread is, the smaller your needle should be. Because if your needle, and I learned all of this because y'all, I thought, I mean, this is me being honest, and I share this as I go along. I thought that it was really important to use a larger needle so that you would make larger perforations in your paper and it would make it easier to tear. Well, that's true. However, if you're going to use the thinner thread, and I'll tell you this, the reason why you're using a thinner thread is because you tend to have bulk with foundation paper piecing. So the thinner your thread is, the less bulk you'll have. And it's much more important, I learned this from Judy Niemeyer, it's much more important to make sure that your thread matches with your needle so that it sews properly, because you could end up with like loose threads, like your tension can get all messed up. You can have
Yep.
I mean, there's just all sorts of problems you could end up having. I mean, maybe you won't, but you could. It's potential. And, that's way more important. So I'm learning things. And as I do, I'm sharing it with you guys, because she says you have to use that smaller needle. And if you're going to use copy paper, then you just need to lower your stitch length. That's all. And it's like, I'll be watching so many people who are doing foundation paper piecing, and they're like, oh, take your stitch length way down to like 1.8. 1.8? That's no, no, no. You need to go smaller than that, especially if you're going to be using regular copy paper and you have a 7010 needle. If you want that paper just to tear off, I mean, now sometimes you can run across, like, if, and it depends on the kind of paper. Like, if you're doing a Judy Niemeyer, right, and she gives us this newsprint, right, you don't want to do a 1.2 on newsprint because it's going to just fall apart. Before you can even start putting things together, it's just going to start falling apart. That's not what you want. You want it to tear away simply, sure, but you don't want it to tear off before you're ready for it to tear off. So if you're using newsprint, then I would say don't go any smaller than like 1.6, because then it's just your paper's just going to, you know, fall apart to smithereens.
I tend to like the 1.8 stitch length on the newsprint because then it holds really well but tears nice and easy.
Yep.
I should tell you that Lori Mullins wanted to know when will the next or a new project box come out. All she sees on the site is the Halloween one. I think her Christmas one sold out, and I don't know when she's planning the next one. But I'll let her tell you that.
Yes. So
And
the one for December, that was the winter box or the Christmas box, that one sold out. That's why you don't see it. My next one is I'm going to be putting it up for sale pretty soon, definitely within a month. I'm going to try to get it done sooner rather than later. So right now I have, and I always did a pre-sale. And what I'm trying to do this time, just to see how it goes, is I'm going to sell it when they're ready, because I just want to see how it goes. Lori, you can definitely use a light box, but you do not need one. If you just have, like, if your sewing space has a large window, if it's a sunny day, you won't need a light box. You can just hold the paper up and you'll be able to see straight through. If it's not a sunny day, just get an LED light or something and hold it right up in front of an LED light. I have like this giant LED that's shining on me right now. If I hold it up to there, believe me, there's no need for a light box. Now, light boxes are great. However, it's going to be something that's going to be stationary, and you may have to see a lot. My opinion is I have a light box, okay, and I love it, but I don't use it very much because I sit down to do a lot of my sewing and getting ready. So I always just use my LED lights because it's over there and all I have to do is just hold it up right where I'm at the machine and then put it right down and start sewing. So it's a wonderful thing, not necessary. That's just my opinion. And you know what?
it's not an requirement.
The thing is, y'all, you'll find that I am not a typical shop owner, because I'm not going to tell you that you have to run over and buy paper out of my shop. I'm not going to tell you that you have to run over and get a brand new ruler or the 28 millimeter rotary cutter, which I think is amazeballs for paper piecing, which I just learned in the past 6 months. I'm not going to tell you all that stuff. I mean, all of those things are great, and I love gadgets, right? So I have all of it. And when I see them, like, I just want all of them. So I have everything. But I realize that quilting is expensive. I mean, it's an expensive hobby. Sometimes we have to pace ourselves. Sometimes we just can't afford these things. So the things that you absolutely need to have, I will tell you. And if you don't have to get something special, I'll tell you that too. And I'll even show you what you can use that you probably already have. So there you go.
Okay, so Anna Marie and Paula both say they have that iron and that you will love it. They're talking about the little mini Rowenta. Barbara Baker asked if you use 80 weight thread on the top and in the bobbin.
Yes. So I use the Wonderfill Deco Bob in my bobbin. And actually I just bought like a case of the pre-wound bobbins. And I tell you that it's a little more expensive, but I highly recommend getting the ones that are already pre-wound because it's just they do it like perfectly. So like the tension in it and all of that, it's to me it's just been, I like it better. So but you don't have to do that. You can buy a spool of Wonderfil Deco Bob, and that's 80 weight. Now, if you're going to use 80 weight in your bobbin, then don't use anything larger than a 60 weight. That's just my opinion. It works better. So either use an 80 weight or a 60 weight in your top with the 80 weight in the bottom. You can also go down to 100 weight. It's just when you start getting smaller, it's harder to find the thread. So,
Right.
yeah.
40 weight, 30 weight, 50 weight, those are all pretty easy to find. The 80 weight is much more difficult to find.
I have it for sale in my shop. So I have it. You can come on over and get it. I have just regular white. I have black. I have dove. And I have some colors too, if you want some fun colors, just, you know, to have fun.
And there's the link if you want to pop over there and take a look. A lot of people are talking about the light pads and the Caterpillar. If you're into, I would say the Caterpillar is great if you're into applique. And yeah. I really like applique myself. I really, really do like applique. But as far as paper piecing, if you're going to do foundation paper piecing, you can get away with not having a Caterpillar because you're not going to be doing a lot of cutting on the mat. It's not necessary to do that. And if you really feel like you need some kind of light source, there are smaller 8x10 size light pads that you can buy off the internet that are very thin and fit right next to your sewing machine and it's quite small, but you can't cut on it. So
well, you can if you get, but you have to get a mat special for it. Because like
the Caterpillar, I was talking about the light pads, the cheap, inexpensive light pads that they're just little light pads you can get off the internet. It's not like a light box. It's called a light pad. And, you know, you charge it like you do your phone. So it's not quite the same as the box.
You should be able to put one of those mats on top of it, though. I mean, I'm sure it would dim the light a little, though. So I don't know how strong those are. But you're right. It might defeat the purpose if it's not real bright. So
they're not particularly thick. They're not super strong. In fact, they're pretty much all plastic with the LEDs in there. Yeah. So I don't know that cutting on them would be a good idea.
Yeah, and I do have a couple of videos in the beginner series where at least one of the videos where I show my light box and you know how it helps, but I have to say that I find that you can't really tell in the video like how good the light box is, you know, because it's like the camera kind of diffuses it. But yeah, I mean they are really good. It's just honestly, I just find that I thought I was going to use it a whole lot more, and I just don't. You know, if you want to get one and you're going to get it, here's what I can say. Wait until you can afford to get at least a mid-range price one, because you're going to be really disappointed if you don't spend at least like, I don't know, $50, $60. Because you get what you pay for and that kind of thing. And if the light is too dim, it's pointless. And so you're not getting the benefit. And then you're going to be like, I don't understand why everybody likes this. This sucks. Yeah, because it's not, you know, I mean, you really, it's one of the things that you do need to spend a little money on. You don't have to spend hundreds, but you do need to spend a little money. Otherwise, the quality is just not there and you're just going to be disappointed.
Laurie Mullins wanted to know if I believe she's asking if the thread is part of the sale, if they are part of your sale or if they're a new item.
It's right now. I mean, I'm just leaving it in there for now. I probably shouldn't, but it's like I'm trying to get people to come and really buy up all that fabric so I can get rid of it. But I'm trying to, most things in the shop are included in the sale. The only things I think that are not is maybe
Newer
the newer items, the things that have just come in,
and
or
is the mystery.
the mystery boxes, the gift cards, and I think my PDF patterns. I don't think those are. But I mean, those are really inexpensive. So, yeah.
Yeah, but those aren't. They're not part of the sale.
Right, they're not. But everything else is. I mean, and there's a ton of fabric in there, guys.
You guys could spend a couple hours shopping in that on her site.
And
Honestly, you could easily spend a couple of hours.
yeah, and by the way, if you are a Piecing It Real member, you get a 45% discount right now. So just saying. They're getting really great deals. So I'm just letting you know that if you're one of the people who I've seen just signed up, make sure you go and you look for the store. Don't look in the top right. That's not it. It's going to be one of the courses, and there's a discount code in there. Please don't share it. That's your benefit. It's one of your benefits.
Sherry, I think that Netta's reply would also answer your question about getting a mat to put a caterpillar mat. If you put it on a light pad, an inexpensive light pad, she wouldn't recommend it simply because those inexpensive light pads might actually break if you try to cut on it.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, she did say, Yvette was saying you do get what you pay for. I have a more expensive so that I don't mess up my original if I want to paint it or color it or do something like that. But I don't use it in my sewing room.
Okay, so some people are asking about the sale and the prices. When you
And
go
Mari wanted to,
site,
what? I signed up. How do I find it? She's like,
it's
wait,
one of
what?
the courses, you'll see it. So when you go in, all of the prices that you are seeing are the regular prices. If you, when you go to check out, you will put in, everybody gets 35% off. So you put in 35 off, which that's on the main page. On the main page, you'll see it says for 35% off, put in the code 35 off. If you're a Piecing It Real member, you will do the same thing, but you'll use the code that's in the membership to get the 45% off. And that code changes like every month. So go back in and make sure you're using the right code, because if I've got people coming and going, I want to kind of every month change the password or the code. So just double check and make sure, because I do. You weren't
Gia,
selling
did you get the tourney mat? Are you talking about? She said she just got a couple of backing fabrics for her quilts and a rotary mat. Is she talking about the Sue Daly
Yes.
tourney mat?
Yes.
I need to buy that. I just need to buy that.
I think I only have 3 left.
I need to buy that. I need to go over there and buy it before
Yeah,
everybody buys them up.
I don't think I'm gonna restock them because
They're pricey.
yeah, and I mean, and they're great, but they weren't really selling until I did the 35% off, and then they started going a little bit faster, but I don't think I'm gonna restock them. So when the 3 are gone, they're gone. Shirley says, do you ever make PDFs for your project boxes? And don't forget the points you get when you purchase.
Points.
Oh, okay. So if you go to my shop, on the bottom right, you want to sign up for Quilty Cash. And so what that'll do is every time you make a purchase, if you are signed up and you're signed in, every time you make a purchase, you're going to earn points that you can use on future purchases. So definitely remember to do that. Definitely sign up for the newsletter. Don't forget to do that, because anytime I'm having sales or if there's new stuff, or and I have a minute to like make up a newsletter, I will send out like information to you guys. So Angela, whenever you go in, you'll want to specifically go down to the bottom right, click on the crown, and then it'll say, how do I use my points? And then just follow the instructions. Okay, the PDFs for my project boxes. Yes, and I do have that on PDF, and I will start selling those patterns approximately a year after the project box comes out. So if you buy a project box, you can be sure that no one else is going to be able to get that pattern for a year. And then after that, then I'll sell them.
Laurie Mullins, if you are logged into the membership site for Piecing It Real, you'll find it as one of the chapters to go into. You'll see it's a chapter. It'll say
I think it says code, like sale code, or it says something like that. I don't remember exactly what it is.
Shop codes and something like that. It says it's something to that effect, but you'll see it if you click on that. It'll take you in and you'll see the shop code.
Yeah, so it's one of those sections like you'll see interviews, you'll see Zoom calls, you'll see blah 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 blah, and there's more than one page of categories. So you may have to go to page 2. I don't remember, but
and so we have Susan Year Out. She says she's already spent $290 on fabrics and notions this month. Angela Steltinger, she says, thanks, Yvette. Not that I need more fabric, LOL. And Callie Girl says, Gia, she says, Susan, I feel your pain. Some great steals out there. Okay,
yes.
So here's the thing, guys. Fabric is going up everywhere. Fabric is going up everywhere. You have to take advantage of it while you can, because you're going to be shopping from your stash before you know it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She does. Laurie Mullen says she doesn't see chapters. Each one is like a little girl, and it has a subtitle underneath that'll tell you what you're looking at.
Yeah, like I think if once you're logged in, if you go up to the top and you click on home, it'll give you the list of all the different, we're calling them chapters. I don't know what to call them. Chapters, categories, whatever. Do I need to answer the questions for start here first too? No, you don't need to. Those, I mean, it's just kind of a little fun thing if you want to, kind of see where you are, where you think you are, and then you can go back later and go, oh, you know what, I'm much better now than I was before, or whatever. So though you don't have to do those things. Nobody's gonna like grade you on it or anything. Yes, Netta spent a lot of money. Oh, she found it! Yay! Y'all haven't sold a darn thing. Okay, so just to catch up, this is the MoonCatcher that I'm working on. It's the Judy Niemeyer quilt.
It is the very last one. It says Piecing It Real shop discount codes is the very last chapter. It's after the first chapter.
She says she found it. I think she had to like kind of, whatever code is there, it's still in effect. Because I need to go in and change it, but I haven't done that yet. But check it often, or if you go in and you try to make a purchase and the 40, whatever the code is, because I don't even remember what it is right now. If the 45% off code isn't working, it might be that I've changed it. So just go and check it again.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate here. I don't know if y'all understand how shop pay works, but Yvette shop takes shop pay. You might look into that.
Yes, because the great thing about shop pay is, don't you have like, is it 12 months interest free, or is it 6 months?
It depends on how much it is. Usually it's like between 4 and 12 payments. Depends on how much your order is.
But it's interest free.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't pay interest. It's simply, it's
a Russian
easy to
bot.
do.
We have a Russian bot. You see him?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, every time I see them, I'm like, why are the Russians trying to log into our stuff here, man?
I don't know. I know. Yes, Netta, honestly, I am so happy. Netta is the community leader, okay? And what Netta is learning right now is that number one, Yvette has a hard time letting go. That's number one. Although I really need to, and I know this. Number two, Yvette sort of needs someone with a strong personality to tell her that she needs to do XYZ. And then, so Netta is the brand new community leader, and I need to start passing some responsibilities onto her. So, and we are going to be doing that. I just like right now, gosh, and I'm like, it's like this all the time. It's like I know, you know. It also takes time for me to stop and go, okay, here's what we're going to be doing. You know, Netta, you do this, 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 this. Let me know whenever you need this, 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 this. But I am getting there. And once we get it going, then it's going to be going. I had my little sister helping me with it for a little while, but my little sister got 3 kids. And, you know, at the time, I think she was like, no, she was only working in the hospital, but you know, it's like, and she's just like, I can't do it, Yvette. And I was like, it's okay, it's okay. Thank you so much for telling me that you just can't do it. I said, I feel so guilty, you know, because it's not like I could pay her. Every once in a while, I would like send her some fun money, and she'd be like, you don't have to pay me. I'm like, T. You mail out all the birthday cards and you're like doing social media. I'm gonna pay you at least a little bit. I mean, if I got a little extra, I'm sending it to you. But yeah, so it's interesting. Oh, Robbie is banned from buying fabric. That's great. Yeah, Angela, I have a hard time letting go of control. I'm a control freak. I'll be the first one to tell you. However, I need the help.
Yeah.
I need the help. So, oh, Gia is boarding a flight. Have fun
Yeah,
wherever you're going.
She's getting ready to get on the flight and go.
Awesome.
I mean, I wanna go where she's going. Can
Where
I
is
go
she going?
too?
Do we know? Do you know? What's she
Well,
saying?
she just got back from Honolulu and she was headed, oh gosh, Reno. She's going to Reno.
Ooh,
See, I just had to scroll through that thought, those chats in my head so I could remember which where she was going.
awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
I want to go to Reno. I like Reno.
I can think of a lot of places I would rather go than Reno, but I would go right now to be able to have like a break. Hi, Catherine.
I'll tell you the honest truth. I'll tell you where I want to go. I want to
Where,
go to England.
oh, well, you want to see your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would go to England.
I really want to go. I want to go and see and not just my daughter, but my granddaughter, my
Uh,
grandson. I
yeah,
miss them.
yeah, I bet you do. Sherry says that shop pay is 4 equal installments every 2 weeks, interest free. Yeah, because I've used shop pay before, and mine were always 4 equal installments every 2 weeks, interest free. But I think if you go like the more you use it, the more of a an amount they'll let you spend. Am I right about that?
Right.
So then, like the further,
They'll
like the
they
more,
also allow you to break it into more payments. Give you more time. Let's say
yeah,
you have so many times that you can do it. If you do it so many times and you get everything successfully paid off in the time allotment, then they'll extend your time allotments and you can spend more money. They'll only allow you to spend so much depending on what the questions are, but yeah, so the longer you do it, the more often you do it, it builds up just like credit does. But
oh, that's what they were asking about. Do you have to answer to questions? You know, and it's been so long since I started Shop Pay, I didn't remember that there were questions. So there's questions. I don't remember because I haven't. It's been a long time since I started it. So okay, I got you. Now I know what everyone's saying. Yes, you have to answer the questions, otherwise they won't give you the credit.
Right?
Yeah.
And Netta says she wants to go to Germany. I understand you. I get you. We'll get there. But I'm not 100% certain when Bonnie starts her training, but she'll be training in Atlanta. So hopefully we'll be able to get cheap flights after that.
Cool. And plus, just going to Germany or going to Europe, that sounds fun anyway.
Right? Anybody want to go to Italy and go to all the wineries?
Um. Well, yeah, I think I would rather drink all the wine than have to eat the food.
Well, that's what you do at the wineries. You taste the wine.
Right. But I only drink Moscato too.
Oh, well, yeah, no. You don't want to
And
go to
you and
Italy.
you and yeah, they normally don't have very much Moscato. They have a lot of red.
No.
Red gives me headaches, but I'd be happy to go to the winery. I mean, happy to go.
I can't drink any of the wine, so it's like I don't know why I'd go because I can't even taste it.
You're so funny,
New Year's Eve, my daughter said, "Let's have mimosas." Pops out the champagne. I'm like, "Yeah, let's have mimosas." I was halfway through the mimosa and I got hives, and my face was swelling up, and I had to take some
oh
medicine. It
Nita.
was not great. I was like, "Man, I like champagne. I like mimosas."
Until it kills you.
Right? Like, why does
Then
everything
you're
I
like,
like have to be a
I'm
no?
not having fun anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Right?
Whose
It
idea
really takes
was it to come here?
it takes the fun out of partying. You
Right?
can't go party anymore.
Can't take her anywhere.
Ah, I'll be the designated driver.
There you go. You know what? Sometimes it's more fun to be the designated driver, honestly. Just to watch how
Girl,
people are doing the craziest thing ever.
let me tell you what. I've been the designated driver on more than one occasion.
Me too.
Some of the stories could tell. Woo-wee.
Oh my gosh. I remember when I was a teenager, because teenagers do go to bars. You're not supposed to, but we did. I was always a designated driver, and I remember there was this one time we had this guy in the car. I don't remember whose boyfriend he was, but he was so hammered, and they were in the back seat. Let's see. One of the girls like hung her bra over his ears. Another girl like was sticking corn nuts in his nose. I was like, you guys need to stop this. But it was so funny because I'm just sitting there. I'm the only one that's sober, right? I'm just going, these people are
People do
nuts,
this crazy stuff. Ah, when we were young,
right?
it's so funny because I was at the passport. Sherry was just saying she had to get a passport. I was at the passport office with my daughter, my youngest daughter. She had to get a new passport because hers was issued before she was of age. She was still a minor. And so she had to get a new one. And so we get over there and I pull out my passport and I realize my passport is 2 years expired. It's
Oh
been
my goodness,
expired for 2 years. Its expiration is 2 years old. And I thought, gosh, has it really been that long? I mean, because it's 10 years. You get a passport
right,
for 10 years. And I'm going, wait a minute, where did the time go?
right.
Has it really been that long? But yeah, I mean, you don't think about all that when you how fast it goes. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, my brain's telling me I'm still 35. What
Exactly.
happened? I'm still only 35. My brain says I'm 35. I'm still only 35.
I don't know that I think that I'm 35, but time time just flies. I just I don't know. I feel the same way as you, sort of like where, like, I just turned 49, right? But I don't feel like I've been living for 49 years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of life, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, it's just weird. It just feels like that's not right, you know? Like,
You get to this point and you're like, wait a minute. I don't remember being that age. I just don't remember that.
yeah.
I don't remember the time passing. Somehow I think I'm still just, my brain still says I'm 35 somehow.
Yeah.
Dora, I feel your pain. Being allergic to alcohol sucks. It really does suck. No offense, but it's not much fun.
I didn't actually
Um,
drink alcohol for the longest time. So I'm rather new to it.
Look, I, I, when I was younger, I drank a lot of alcohol, a lot, not knowing that most of the time I was probably, walking a pretty fine line. But I was not a good kid. I'm not gonna lie, I was not a good kid. I probably gave my mother more heart attacks than most children do in a lifetime.
Well,
My
you're
poor
good now.
mother.
You're good now.
Absolutely. I sowed my oats. I'm good.
I think I did it the other way around. Not that I'm bad now, but I didn't drink alcohol or do anything when I was a kid. I don't know. I didn't know. I don't think I knew anybody who did drugs at all. Like, if someone was doing drugs that I knew, I didn't know about it. I don't, um I did know people who drank alcohol, and for me, I think it was like I tried it one time and I didn't like it because I didn't like how it tasted. I didn't like anything. So I just didn't do it. I have never been a big peer pressure girl. Like, no one could ever get me to do something. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. So, so that was always good. But yeah, Smudgy, are you hungry? You think you're gonna starve? Yeah. It's like, I don't
Okay,
know what's going on.
Please tell me that Spooky Scout did not gravity check your tree.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Nope. Nobody
If he
gravity
does,
tested the tree. The
if
tree's
anybody
fine. Jim has put it away, but it's fine. Because,
if
Christmas
anybody
is gone in our house now.
thank goodness. No, I still have a few remnants. I have to send these off to a certain somebody for her birthday. She's waiting for them, and they're blue. They're her favorite color.
Ah.
So
They,
hopefully Steph
they're,
will like them.
yes, they're very cute. She was going to love them.
Oh my gosh, Shirley, Shirley Heidemann, she says, I'm so old. I remember when cotton fabric came 36 inches wide and there was no such thing as polyester. I never really caved to peer pressure. I kind of did my own thing. But I have to tell you, again, I was not a great kid. I was not a great kid. I was very rebellious.
It happens.
Thank you, Nita. I finally got all of them. I got them all sealed and I was supposed to package them, but I didn't want them to stick to the paper, so I had to wait. We're talking about the Santas, Yvette.
I figured.
Aw, you're right. Okay, I'll take that, Netta. Yes, I do make up for it as an adult. I'm a good girl now.
That's what I meant to say. I don't think it came out.
I'm I'm not gonna. I can't. I mean, there's no. I found out a long time ago telling a lie doesn't really help you in any way, shape, or form. So there's no point. And if people don't like who I am, well, so be it. And Brenda, I'm rebellious in my own way. So hey, you keep being rebellious. People get a little bit shocked. Go I go to work every single day and I'm around people. They see me all the time. And then one time in the summer, they happen to see me without a short sleeve shirt. And they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you had a tattoo. Yep, I sure do. They're like, you have a tattoo? You? I'm like, why? Why is everybody so surprised that I would have a tattoo? Because they all think I'm a goody two shoes, and I'm not. I am now, but I wasn't. I have a past.
All right.
I think determined and stubborn can be synonymous. I mean, there's no point in telling fibs. If people don't like you, they don't know. Okay, so don't stick around. You don't have to.
Well, not everybody's gonna like you. It's just.
And I learned a long time ago, I don't really care if everybody likes me.
Well, I don't like everybody, so it's kind of goes both
Yep,
ways.
there are a few people I don't like. There definitely is a few people I don't like.
Yep. Just happens.
Aw. Well, Catherine Jolson says my childhood was lost. And I have to tell you, my childhood was not great, which is why I was so rebellious.
Yep.
And Sherry said Netta says she's not stubborn, she's determined. And Sherry says that is a very fine line. Brenda, that's just the way to go. If people don't like, so we came from that age. Piercings were a thing. I got my ears pierced, 2 holes on both sides with a needle and a potato.
That's great.
There was none of this gun thing pop through your ears. Nope. Needle and a potato. Right through the ears.
Oh.
And I considered other piercings and decided they were not for me. My sister has many, many piercings. My sister has purple hair and many piercings. She's older than me.
Joyce wants to know if there's a such thing as beginner's paper piecing. Absolutely. You have to start somewhere.
If you definitely. Netta says, childhood? Oh, I think I skipped those years. Me too.
Okay, guys. Well, I know that I barely got any sewing done, but I had a great time talking with y'all, and it's a little after 10, so I'm gonna close it up. Still haven't had dinner yet. And I just had a great time tonight talking to you guys and answering all these questions. Thank you so much for coming and asking them and being interested. I hope that there are going to be more of you guys who'll come over and join us on Piecing It Real. When you start, yes, Joyce, you start right from the beginning as though you have never even heard of foundation paper piecing. And I guarantee you by the time you run through all of those videos, you will be an intermediate FPPer. So
good on what you're doing.
Over. Yep. And we'll have a great time. We have our first Zoom meeting with the sewing coming up on Monday. And so it's a perfect time to start. And you can go in over the weekend, binge watch some of those videos, kind of get a head start. And I would see you guys on Monday night. So I'll see y'all next week.
All of you who are piecing it real, make sure you have your fabric and your patterns ready to roll.
That's right. Everything you need, all of the patterns and all the information is in the membership and you'll find it under, I think I'm calling it like 2022 block of the month or something like that, and you're gonna start with January. That's what we're gonna be doing on Monday, and totally see you guys then. And for those of you who are not in Piecing It Real, I will see you next Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern, and we will hopefully get a little bit more sewing done on this Judy Niemeyer MoonCatcher pattern. So I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nita, for coming on. I know you weren't expecting to, so I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.